Hello everyone, welcome to EDUC 417. This is my final project discussing gaming addiction and how it's affecting students in the classroom and in the home life, and what we as teachers can do to embrace esports as the new cultural norm. Today I just want to talk a little bit about gaming in the classroom, what it looks like to involve parents and parents' concerns, and then what are those steps for starting your own esports program at your campus. I recognize that gaming addiction is a problem. This is a concern that's been occurring since my mom started talking to me about video games, since I got really interested in video games. I recognize that there's challenges to addiction, and first step is recognizing that there is a probability for addiction, especially within students, especially within younger students. Some of these challenges, there may be challenges in school, in academic success, lack of involvement with other activities, even engagement in the classroom, having a lack of sleep, are students falling asleep in class, poor hygiene, and also loneliness, these feelings of isolation. And so although these may be some symptoms of gaming, they're not necessarily all stemming from excessive amounts of gaming, but it could be one of the challenges, and that's something we want to talk about and embrace. When we talk about how we as teachers are influencing our students, we also need to consider parenting styles and what it looks like in the home life as well as in our classroom. And so there's 3 different parenting styles that we've talked about a lot, with permissive, authoritarian, and authoritative, with authoritative being the best. With permissive parenting styles, it's pretty much offering your students with no restrictions, saying, hey, go for it, play as many video games as you want, which could be a child's dream, but in many cases, in terms of development, it's going to be a nightmare. You're going to have students who are focusing only on what they want to do and not necessarily acknowledging all the other work that needs to be done. Authoritarian parenting is not going to be better either, where you have a lot of rules, severe punishments, and it does not provide opportunities for students' interests and their own passions to grow. Which is why I want to focus mostly on authoritative parenting, where you have these clear expectations and also clear rewards for kids. If you have these expectations of wanting to complete certain amounts of work, certain activities throughout the day, then once that's all done, you can offer in gaming. And that's something I really want to focus on, is this idea of authoritative parenting, where you have you're basically telling the students, hey, let's come together and let's socialize and game together, while also doing it in a safe manner and recognizing that there's other things we want to do within gaming and this activity of sorts. Esports in school is becoming this huge thing. I mean, back in 2020, we had, I think it was 451 universities that were engaged in this competition called Collegiate League of Legends, or College League of Legends, CLOL, which is one of the biggest university programs where students are all coming together and facing off against their rival universities. There's a real big push for students to come in as gamers now, with many universities offering scholarships for these high-level players. But students are not going to be reaching this high level of play unless they're starting to game early. This is why we see a huge shift, a huge gender disparity in gaming, where we have a lot of male students who are getting involved with gaming way sooner than female students. And so we're seeing those scholarships being offered and accepted by a lot of male students, but less so for female gamers who are still really interested in gaming and passionate about it and want to socialize, that social aspect. And you don't not necessarily seeing that. And so within these eSport programs, you have this additional structure as well as building curriculum around this idea of gaming and gamification. And that's an idea I really want us to embrace and consider, is how can we bring gaming into the classroom and making it an effective social activity while also supporting our students' interests and passions. I don't think that gaming is necessarily bad. I think that within educating our students, we're able to provide this framework of saying, hey, let's game together, let's have fun. by letting students know, hey, this is a gaming space, this is a social space. We want to first make sure that we have our good gaming habits if we're going to be participating in this space. Good gaming habits including proper sleep, proper nutrition, taking breaks when you play video games too much. And so offering this structure and mentorship is ideally where we want to be going as educators. There's been shown that participating in sports as well as other activities are going to be drastically increasing academic performance. And so when we have students who are engaged in recreational activities as well as activities like gaming, we're going to see the combination of those two activities helping students succeed. I think there's a great opportunity for growth in curriculum right now to create esports programs around athletics and actually offering the sports component within athletics. And I can't wait to see where all of you are going to go with this. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me via Twitter. My handle's at the bottom, Sarah Kanga. And with that, I want to thank you all for listening in, and I would like to tell all of you that you are now esports certified by coming and listening to my 5-minute talk. Thank you so much.